Everyone was still stunned over the pick of Michael Penix in the first round.
I love it.
Let's let the people hear from a real Falcons fan. What is your outlook for the season? But at first, again, what was your reaction to the Michael Penix pick?
At first, I was kind of shocked. I wanted Dallas Turner from the University of Alabama. I thought we were in desperate need of a pass rusher at a certain point because, although that defense was pretty good up until the last week, over the last couple of weeks, then we needed a pass rusher. And we already knew Calais Campbell wasn't going to last forever. Grady Jarrett was already hurt, and we needed someone to go along with him. So at first, I was kind of shocked and kind of taken back by it. But now that everything is unfolded, I think that Terry Funk knew what he was doing, and he kind of knew, a lot of things that we didn't know. I mean, if you really look at it, Kirk Cousins, this is only a 2-year deal. All of his contract is really front-loaded at this point, as far as, that $190 million contract. So it's just a 2-year contract. After that, we can release Kirk Cousins and we can have over $50 million in cap space. So you can best believe that is going to happen after these 2 years is over, barring if he wins the Super Bowl, which I don't see, which I'm a Falcons fan, but I'm not a delusional fan. I don't really see that happening at this point in time. So I'm just going to be realistic. Granted, we're happy to make the playoffs, but we're not going to get into this NFC talk, NFC championship talk. We're not going to get into this Super Bowl talk. We're going to be true fans to the game. So I'm just going to be real honest about it. What I'm thankful for this season is Terry Funk knew the front office took this offseason serious. We finally got somebody competent in that front office. I mean, they saw we needed a quarterback. They got not one but two. We got one for the present, one for the future. You want to got your receivers with Darnell Mooney and Rondale Moore. Hey, to go along with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, you already have arguably a top 10 duo with Tyler Aguilar and Bijan Robinson. Now you got the best safety tandem with Justin Simmons and Jesse Bates, along with AJ Terrell. Now you have Matthew Judon to go along with Grady Jarrett in the front four. The sky's the limit. But I'll say this. Let's win the division. Because, hey, people talk about all they want to about other divisions. NFC South, we play each other hard as heck. And especially when we play against the Saints. So I'm just going to be real because I don't care how good we've been. The Saints catch us at least once, whether that be on the road or at home. I'm just going to get credit where credit is due. Because, I'll never forget, the season we went to the Super Bowl. Only team that really got us those 2 out of 6 games was the Saints. So we got to watch them very, very closely because they know us like the back of their hand. Just going to be real. Got to give the real team flowers. But I think
welcome for getting your coach fired, though.
Yes, I thank you for getting him fired. I am forever grateful. I'm going to send y'all a big old bottle of Cristal when I get some more money. Because I am.
Hey, we'll take some to 48.
Man, and the thing was, look, and I hate to go off topic. He's stirred up a lot after the game. You notice wasn't nobody upset with him, right? The players didn't care. They knew he was out there. They packed this bag before he even tied his shoes to go into the locker room. So thank you, New Orleans Saints. I don't say thank you a lot because y'all are the rivals, but guess what? Thank you for getting Arthur Smith the crap up out of Atlanta because, man, I was so sick of him. Anyway, but, also I got to give you a gift. You made us trade Desmond Ridder as well because we all know you couldn't pass gas if you fed the beans all night. So, yeah.
We got that quarterback out here.
You got 2 of those guys up out of there, and you allowed us to get a new regime in there. So, hey, man, I'm gonna give my flowers to the Saints. Thank you. But look, the sky's the limit. I'm not gonna be a delusional fan, man. We'll win a division. We're gonna give up at least 2 or 3 within the division. Outside of the division, the sky's the limit. I don't think right now we can compete with the big 3. That's San Francisco, Detroit, and the Eagles at this point in time. It remains to be seen what happens on the field, but I don't think we're up to par with San Francisco. I don't think we can beat San Francisco, especially if we have to go out there to Levi Stadium. I'm just going to be very, very honest. I think division title, division playoffs. I think that's the minimum. and the ceiling. I will say I'm not going to start talking about NFC Championship appearance. You're going too far there.
All right, amen to that. That was good commentary. So, let me ask you this, champ, and then we'll bring it to the panel. Yo, Nick, what's wrong with you? That's straight crazy.
Damn.
How do you feel about Raheem Morris as your new head coach?
Well, if you really ask me, to be honest with you, I think he got a bad rap the first time around when he was in Atlanta because he was taking over from Dan Quinn. And if you are an Atlanta insider, there was a lot of rumors about him going to the clubs with the players. And as you guys already know, guys who is management and stuff like that, when you're a boss, you can't be hanging out with the workers. So that was why they was reluctant to hire him the first time around when he took over for Dan Quinn. I think he got a bad rap in Tampa Bay, to be honest with you, because he didn't have a quarterback. You know, if you don't have a quarterback, you're 88 out the gate. So, I mean, I think
he only got one chance.
Yeah, he only got one chance. And you saw what he could do as a defensive coordinator out there in St. Louis. Showing my age, my bad. Out there in Los Angeles with the Rams. You know, I think what he learned out there, he's going to be able to put Grady Jarrett in a lot of good positions to be Aaron Donald-esque. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Aaron Donald. I'm not that dumb, but he's going to put Grady Jarrett in a lot of more great positions on that defensive side of the ball. So guess what, man? Look, Atlanta winning a championship with Raheem Morris, that'll be great, not only for the team, but for the city of Atlanta. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So the thing is, look, I'm looking forward to this season, man. I'm looking forward to this season, man. This is a season that I can honestly say the front office listened, the front office took notice, and Terry Fontenot and that front office did their job. Now it's up to the players at this point, man. Division title or bust at this point.
All right. So what's the over? How many games do you think we see Michael Penix this year? Yay or nay?
Depending on if Kirk Cousins gets hurt. And even if he does get hurt, I'll say mid-season, I still think Michael Penix can go through and win us a few games. I think we'll at least see him 1 or 2 games, especially if we have the title clutch down the stretch. We'll see him a few games. So, and we saw him in the preseason. He looked pretty good, was able to get the ball to Kyle Pitts. He was throwing darts. I think his ceiling is Warren Moon-esque, but yeah, I think he's doing pretty good, man. And ironically, they both came from Washington. So, I think they're looking good, man. They're looking good.
Shout out to my guy Bobby, man.
Bobby Atlas said, Atlanta, just worry about being better than Carolina.
That's cold. That's cold.
Georgia won't be a problem. That won't be a problem.
Yeah, that's cold right there.
Atlanta, they honestly have a higher ceiling because like they have won a lot more to prove, but also very much more to gain when it comes to you have a competent quarterback that can actually throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is literally your best tight end.
But they also got Drake London too. Drake London's nice.
Right. Drake London, he's your best wide receiver. And you have a quarterback that likes to throw to the tight end position, Kirk Cousins, because like literally he threw a lot to T.J. Hockenson just a year prior before he got hurt. So like if history repeats itself, we might see Kyle Pitts actually have an actual breakout year.
Well, that can't be any worse than Arthur Smith. Everyone's saying Arthur Smith gonna turn Justin Fields into Ryan Tannehill. I didn't know that was a ringing endorsement for anything. But
Ryan Tannehill is still without a team.
Well, exactly. But let's go over to we got three. We're gonna get to the Saints next. But Nick, what's your thoughts on the Falcons?
Shit, the Falcons are a hell of a damn team. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way they're set up, I said it last year. When they drafted Bijan Robinson, I said they have everything over there except a quarterback for offense. You got the tight end, you got the receiver. Now you got the running back. All you need is a competent quarterback. And for some apparent reason, people forget that Kyle Pitts is a top 5 tight end in the league, but the numbers don't show that. But if you watch him play, you know that he is. But the numbers don't show it at all. That's definitely going to change this year. And I hope it changes because I'm going to draft him in our fantasy football league. Spoiler alert. But I honestly think that the defense is going to be very good. I think they were already the best defense in the division, maybe between them and the Saints already.
New coordinator.
And I think they just – that's cool. They'll be all right. They'll be all right. They got their talent up over there. They'll be cool. Their defense is going to be nice.
Who coordinated
In addition to – huh?
What?
Mark, stupid, man. Keep going, Nick.
Hey, man, what y'all got in them cups, man? Y'all all right?
I'm good, man. Mark over here wilding, man.
But nah, I think that they should, honestly, in my opinion, I think they should win a division. I think they have enough talent to win the division. And to be honest with you, I don't even, in all honesty, it shouldn't even be close. The closest thing I can think to them is the Saints, for sure. But I think that what makes the difference, and the thing is, we're saying all this, and I understand the Bucs won last year and all that. I don't think that's gonna happen again. Everybody's gotten better, in my opinion, except for them in certain areas. I think the Bucs have honestly gotten worse. So I think the Bucs gonna be number 3. I got Atlanta number 1 and the Saints number 2, unless the Bucs end up playing very, very well, which is very possible. And they get a Baker that looks like the number 1 overall pick he's supposed to be instead of being,
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Who?
The sober,
Who?
the sober Johnny Manziel. Yeah, the sober Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, where Johnny?
He won sorry against the Raiders.
Sober Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, wasn't he playing in the Canadian Football League?
He was already some indoor football league.
Johnny Joe.
Yeah, he was in Dame Dash Football League.
No, that's
Dame Dash had a football league?
he was in Dame Dash football league. Dame Dash got a football league.
Yeah, some called fan control.
Realize he's
Football
trying to
League.
get those Rockets.
Oh, yeah.
I did
Oh,
not
that's
realize
right.
that.
That's right. I remember that.
Wow.
The FCF. I remember that.
Yeah,
This
he
nigga,
was
this nigga went from
dude was lighting up blunt as he scored a touchdown.
dog.
I remember that. He was playing. I think TR has some ownership in that league too, right?
Dog, this nigga went from winning a Heisman to playing in a NFL Big 3.
You're wrong for that.
Yo, that's just on the NFL Big 3. Crazy. By the way, we gotta make an old boy from Flag Football League saying that he's basically calling out saying that the NFL players aren't just going to take their spots. I'm paraphrasing.
Ain't no way in fuck you're about to start over Patrick Mahomes.
Watch they do.
Man, sit your ass down and get ready for Mahomes to take your spot.
Dog, there's no way that any of these flag football guys are going to play over these NFL dudes. There's not a chance in hell. I don't give a damn if you the Peyton Manning or Tom Brady of quarterbacking in the freaking league. You're not about to beat them. You're not about to know. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Shout out to Dale. Dale just posted the odds for the division for who's winning for the NFC South. The Falcons are favored at.
I swapped the Bucks and the Saints for sure.
All right, let's go to the Saints. All right, G, I'll start with you. How do you feel about your boys going into this season? Obviously, year 2 of the Derek Carr experience. Actually, closer for sure. Year 2 of year 2 of the Derek Carr experience, and then obviously we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. I mean, everyone says Michael Thomas is gone, but we haven't got an official word on anything.
Oh, he been gone.
He been gone.
He been gone.
I mean, you would know.
No, he's really not signed.
No, he's really not signed nowhere.
He's not signed nobody.
Right. You just been shooting story too.
Man,
Yeah,
taking him
Jesus.
to routes and staying in New Orleans.
So I'll start with you. So Gene, I'm start with you. What is your expectations for the Saints? And then we'll go to Dale, and then we'll go to Troy after that.
Hey, what's up, Gorilla? What's going on?
Not Gorilla. Where the Gorillas at?
Gorilla's
Well, what happened?
wilding in there.
That's Nick. That's Nick.
Oh,
That's Nick. That's
that's me.
Nick.
That is
That's me
crazy.
saying that.
Oh,
99 Gorilla
What
is
is
Nick.
up with that?
the Gorillas. 9-9 the Gorillas.
Look,
Uh,
y'all,
Man, you played the
y'all
second
don't know.
preseason game.
No. You see, y'all don't know. I've been saying the same thing about Spencer Rattler for a long time, and I have not changed my stance.
Me personally, I'll say this. As long as Dennis Allen's head coach, I'm always be conflicted by it. The talent's there. Me personally, I feel like we're in a rebuild mode, but we're in the right direction. Like I like that pickup of Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama. I like that we picked up an offensive lineman, Talise Fuaga. Even though we lost to the Niners in the preseason year, the smartest thing we did, and I'm glad we caught on to this, we actually moved Trevor Penning to the right tackle because he was
Yeah.
horrible on the left side.
Yes.
He was god awful. And then, prayers out to Ryan Ramchick. I think he's about to have an early retirement. His knees are shot. So,
Yeah.
me personally, I feel like Derek Carr is just a bridge quarterback. He's not bad, but he doesn't make things any better. So, the good thing we did was we picked up Chase Young. He's going to be a big help to Cam Jordan. My Achilles heel for my Saints is going to be health and that interior line, especially when it comes to that run defense. Like we get eaten up every time in the inside. I trust our linebacker core. DeMar Davis to me is top 3 linebacker in the league. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And then the secondary, Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adebo. We got McKinstry. We got Honey Badger, and Alontae Taylor, who's like a gem. Like he's a lockdown corner. He can play the inside. He can play to the outside. Overall, based on the schedule, if Derek Carr just does his job, I don't need him to be perfect, especially with that new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak from San Francisco. I can see us going 10-7, playing for a wild card. But if it gets to the point where Dennis Allen takes too much control, we're going 6-11.
Well, Dennis Allen definitely ain't getting involved with the offense, so he know better. He understands where his strengths lie on the defensive side of the ball, and I think he went out and hired this coordinator with the thought of, hey, this is the guy that's going to just run the offense, and I'll leave him alone, let him do what he's going to do. And listen, after this last preseason game, I feel a lot better about the offense. The first game was terrible. The offensive line was like trash. Penning, I could throw him under the bus.
Throw him under that Rita.
Yeah, man. Like seriously, it was bad. I actually did a little video here for the Saints before this last preseason game. If I could play this real quick, it's like a minute long. It says you got to let me, I guess, put it on the screen, I guess.
Shit, it's sharp all you need is a minute.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
All right, go ahead.
Guys, we know what you want. Big busts.
What the hell is this?
Call us at 976-BUST.
976.
Bro, what the heck?
Oh yeah.
Where you can meet Busty Foskey,
Shake it, baby.
Busty Penning. He has big boobs. Busty Young.
Oh my God.
Busty Saldivari.
Shake it, baby.
Busty Miller.
Oh yeah. Now I'm horny.
Call us. Operators are standing by.
Yo,
I can't believe what the hell I just watched.
I'll
Just
subscribe.
I've seen it all.
I'll subscribe.
It's something Nick
Hey, Saints fans, they gotta ask
yo, y'all made Nick leak. Y'all made Nick leak. What was that?
Hold on, let me say something.
Hey, what's
I
going
would
on?
love for us to get Devontae Adams. In a perfect world, I would love that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Dale, let me ask you something. Like you've been a Saints fan for a while. Who's better? Who's the better defensive player in franchise history? Cam Jordan or Pat Swilling?
It's Cam. Cam got the longevity, man. Cam been with the Saints forever, bro. He hold a lot of records. So it's Cam. I mean, Pat was nice though. He's got a son in the NFL too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Pat Swilling's got a son in the NFL now.
I didn't know that.
Man.
I'll pick it back off Dale. The only person I'm putting above Cam Jordan is Ricky Jackson.
I was just about to ask that. I was about to say the best one is Ricky Jackson. So
Yeah, man.
I don't know who Ricky Jackson is.
But yeah, I
Y'all
was.
know who Ricky Jackson is?
Yeah, who it is?
Oh yeah, man.
Oh,
Dome Patrol.
Dome Patrol, baby.
Dome Patrol. That's linebacker core history.
Exactly.
Yo, AC
Yeah, I
said,
was a little upset.
what's our OnlyFans? Yo, AC said, what's our OnlyFans? Wow.
976 busted.
976 bucks, baby. Yep. But yeah, it was a great linebacker
RB,
core,
Von Jackson,
man,
and Sam Mills.
for sure.
Ain't Dome
But
Patrol they look porno?
Hmm?
Dome Patrol, what is that?
What?
that's what they
You said
That's what they
call the
call the Saints linebacker core.
what do you say?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault, dog.
No, the Dome Patrol. That's what they call the
Oh, I thought it was.
You in there? No, not that Dome Patrol, nigga. Relax, dog.
Oh,
early 90s,
Oh,
I
dog.
want to say late 80s, early 90s.
late 80s.
Mid
Yeah.
80s, early 90s. I think the only linebacker core that holds the candle to that core is that San Francisco linebacker core in the early 2010s. I think that one holds a candle to him, and maybe Lawrence Taylor's line. But other than that, I mean, they would have had at least a little offense back then. They would have won at least a Super Bowl back then, because that defense with Jim Mora, I mean, that was nightmares, man.
Sam Mills.
I mean, half of them. I mean, that's the only linebacker core that I can really say all of them deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. All of them. So,
Yo, if it wasn't for Joe Montana's behind, we would have been won a playoff game.
I mean,
Damn
y'all
Joe
had Billy Joe
Montana.
Fowler as y'all quarterback, though.
No.
You got to remember, back in the day, it was the NFC West. We weren't in the South.
Right. Bobby Abel was the quarterback of
Oh,
Dome
Bobby
Patrol.
Abel. That was no
Yeah.
better.
Hey, he was the middle of the road quarterback. He had a good defense. He just couldn't get past Joe Montana. That's really what it came down to. Joe Montana come down in the fourth quarter, and we're far behind every year.
Heath Schuler. Oh, don't bring up Heath Schuler. Don't bring up Heath Schuler.
Yeah, that's
God.
bad. That's nasty.
Tennessee
I'm
right there.
surprised nobody brought up Jim Everett.
Oh, you mean the man that beat up Jim Rome?
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Wait, let's not do that. Leave Jim Rome out of
Y'all
this.
never missed it?
Oh,
I told you guys, you never did play for still after the end of his career.
Yep.
Jim Everett. Boy, y'all. So, all right, Terrell. What you hear what your Saints bros are saying? What you got to add to that?
Actually, I do have high expectations for us. I did like what I saw in the preseason game, especially that our starting offense. They did a
One
good job
game,
on
bro.
pretty much almost the whole field. I like how Derek Carr's mindset was he wasn't leaving that field until they get a touchdown score. So they went for it twice on fourth down. What Dennis Allen needs to get better at is finding out how to stop find out how to stop these mobile quarterbacks, because every year when we play a team, even if they sorry, when we get those mobile quarterbacks, not stop them. Dobbs gave us fits. Desmond Ritter gave us fits. So we need to worry about getting that under control. And Kirk Cousins, it's Kirk Cousins, so he's
Stationary.
good, but
Oh shit, King Frog.
I think our corners can take care of that.
That's wrong top, huh?
I'm gonna add on to his perk.
Yeah,
I want to piggyback on what he said. I think the problem, what I've noticed with Dennis Allen under 2 years, is that he plays too safe in the first half, but makes adjustments in the second half. By the time his adjustments comes in, it's too late.
I would say that happens during the season too. In the beginning of the season, we suck. Later in the season, we get so much better. So
Yeah.
yep.
Because
I
there
agree
should
with
have been
that.
no way we had Josh Dobbs looking like Donovan McNabb.
Y'all wasn't the only team that had
Seriously.
that happen.
It didn't happen again. In
Well, that's what
He lit us up like a-
Oh,
he lit
man.
us
All right, so I mean, so what? Explain to this because obviously we heard what Nick's thoughts of it. Y'all take Radner in the 5th round. Realistically, what are y'all expectations for him long term? I'm assuming he's there. If he's not a face of a franchise, you can at least got yourself a somewhat serviceable backup quarterback. What do y'all really feel about Spencer Rattler? I'm gonna start with G because I already know how I've talked to Trell about it many times.
Me personally, if you're from New Orleans, you understand what I'm about to say. The fact that we got Spencer Rattler, we got Rashid Shaheed, who to me is like the second fastest player next to Tyreek Hill, and then you got the other guy we picked up undrafted. It was a tight end. I forgot his name, but he's gonna be like they're gonna try to set him up like Travis Kelce. So it's gonna be like the Swagman version of the New Orleans of the Kansas City Chiefs down the road.
Okay.
So
Dale,
to
how
me,
you feel about Spencer Rattler?
Spencer, I feel like they're gonna try to hype him up like he's Mahomes, but I feel like it's either gonna be him or Hainer that's gonna be the star quarterback down the road.
Listen, I don't know if the kid's gonna end up being a starter for the Saints eventually down the road. All the fans who are saying we should bench Derek Carr for him, like, come on, y'all. Let's be real now.
Yeah,
The
for
kid's
real.
not ready yet. And listen, as much as Saints fans may complain about Derek Carr, he's a middle of the road quarterback. He's getting paid real middle of the road money. And he's producing middle of the road stats for you. Like you're getting what you paid for. If you like it or not, you're getting what you paid for, right? So maybe next year he could take a step and become the backup quarterback. But right now, I see Jake Haener being a backup quarterback for this year, and I'm not comfortable putting him in if Derek Carr gets hurt because they're young quarterbacks. This is the second year, so he's gonna get creamed out there. And just looking at his preseason play, he's real inconsistent. He can have some really good throws, and then he have a clunker. So that's what you expect from young people, though. They have to get better.
And to piggyback on what Dale said, the pickup of Spencer Rattler was more of a Mickey Loomis move because if you remember, while Sean Payton was coaching, he wanted Patrick Mahomes. So this is all like coming back, I guess, full circle, if you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in fairness,
let me ask you this.
He'll do a good job. He'll do a better job than Dennis Allen.
Wait, who?
If Sean Payton was there with Spencer Rattler right now, I have a hell of a lot more faith in it because I don't really trust the head coach. That's the only problem I really have with the Saints at this point in time.
Yeah.
It's the head
This
coach.
ain't like 2 seasons.
Because it's
Hey,
just
champ.
like it's crazy.
Hey, champ.
Yes, sir.
Y'all want to know if y'all want to know the real opinion of Sean Payton, tune in next Tuesday.
I tune in.
I don't know the real opinion of Sean Payton. Tune in next Tuesday. Nick know what it is. Nick and Mark know what it is, but yeah,
I can give you a preview. It ain't no difference between Sean Payton and Mike McCarthy.
y'all want to know the real deal about Sean Payton? Y'all tune in next Tuesday night at 6:30. When we talk AFC and AFC West. But my thing with Spencer Rattler, and obviously Spencer Rattler gives me nightmares as a Tennessee fan. Because that one game,
Let him know.
he played like trash the whole year in South Carolina. He turns into albino Mahomes one game.
Wait,
Albino Mahomes. I like that.
No, because he's albino.
He technically is.
And he basically costs us our spot in the basically puts up a 60 piece on us, and we get bumped out of the playoffs.
That's
when
what
the
the
hooker-
game was. That was
That's when the
him.
hooker got voluntarily dogged out by the cops.
Yes.
Well, that's what you call. I said this on my on TikTok during that game. There is a such thing as playing lights out and playing for a contract, and I believe that was him playing for a contract at that point. That's just my humble opinion. That was just him playing.
Well, he got Tennessee
Because if you look at,
should have gave him one way cost him a spot in the playoff.
John.
But the thing is, if you look at what he did at Oklahoma, he was the gunslinger, and he was just so erratic that Lincoln Riley had no choice but to bench him. And if you look at him during his years at South Carolina, he really wasn't that good. He really wasn't that great. He was gunslinging the entire season. Now, granted, he didn't have no offensive line help, but all of his mechanics were off. He really wasn't an accurate quarterback. But for some reason, when that Tennessee game, when he lit them up like a Christmas tree in December, that made people pay attention and say, hey, he might have something. But like I said, it's kind of like quarterbacks. It's kind of like players with their contract years. There's a such thing as playing lights out and playing for a contract. I believe he was playing for an NFL contract that day.
Definitely. John. Brother John.
Yo.
I feel so bad for you,
yes,
dog,
sir.
because
some
Tennessee had so much going that year. And then there was a chance to go to the champ.
Dog,
look, they had their chance. Look, they had their chance to go to the playoffs, and they just couldn't handle the Cox.
Wow.
Hey, Nick.
Yo.
Hey, Nick. Hey, Spencer Rattler had some of that Michael Jordan orange juice before that game.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the orange juice. Yeah, okay.
Was it Tropicana or Sunny D?
No, it was cocaine.
I know what's it. What's it? Yeah, you know I'm gonna have orange juice. All right, but let's start with G. Where do you see y'all finishing in the NFC South?
Well, let me say this off the bat. I believe the NFC South, is Atlanta's to lose. So I just want us to fight for a wild card. So I think Atlanta gonna take the South, and we could go for at least 6 or 7. So I'm gonna say, and this is just kind of wishful thinking, I'm gonna say 10-7 with the wild card.
Yeah, I like that.
Dale,
I'm going 9 wins, but I believe 9 wins can still win the NFC South. It'll be a battle. It'll be like tiebreakers, all that kind of crap. So I'm still picking the Saints to win the NFC South at 9 games.
In spite of Dennis Allen.
Yes, everything that we do and all hope that we have in New Orleans is in spite of Dennis Allen. I want to be clear. You poll 100 Saints fans will not believe in Dennis Allen, but we will believe that we're going to where, despite Dennis Allen.
And I want to add something with Dale. Do you notice that Dennis Allen is still using Sean Payton's roster?
Yeah.
Trying to win with Sean Payton's roster.
Mm-hmm. He got rid of Sean Payton offense. So
he did do that.
All right, Trey, what about you?
I'm gonna piggyback what they're saying about it's a 10. I do believe we can get 10 wins, but I wouldn't be surprised with 9. I'm probably the only one that believes that division is pretty much wide open, because with the exception, because I believe it's a 3-team division now, because Carolina's not even a factor. So I'm not gonna, as much as I don't see Tampa winning it, I'm not gonna act like they're not good, because they pretty much surprised me last year how good they wound up being. So I feel like it's a 3-team race to the division. I think we can get it, but Atlanta will pose as the biggest threat, because as the jokes we always have with Kirk Cousins and his agent, when Kirk Cousins goes on a roll, he can be a very, very tough quarterback to defend. So I do give Atlanta their credit, because they've always been like the toughest team in the division. So I think it's more likely going to come down between the Saints and the Falcons for that division. So it might come down to a tiebreaker, but I do have at least getting like a wild card spot, if anything. So it's basically a playoff or bust at this point. I'm not even worried about championships. I'm not worrying about the NFC title. Let's just get to the first round, win that first round, and go from there. Because I feel like Dan Allen right now is on the hot seat because he's been there long enough. You got a whole new coaching staff. There shouldn't be any more excuses on why we can't go to the playoffs.
All right. Let's
real
talk about
quick.
the team who won the division last season in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Go ahead.
Real quick, kind of a poll
So
around the room. Who's the best quarterback in the NFC South?
Kirk
I
Cousins.
got to say Baker.
Baker.
So
I got to say
Cousins.
Baker.
Derek Carr, Baker
Kirk
Mayfield, Bryce Young, and
Kirk Cousins.
It's
Kirk.
It's Kirk Cousins.
it's Kirk O'Chains easily.
By default, it's Kirk Cousins.
Baker Mayfield.
The question is who's number two? Is the
Bryce
real
Young.
Bryce
I
Young.
said Bryce Young too.
Oh no, Carr.
Kirk did Baker.
I'm gonna say, for me, I'm gonna say Baker for now, and I'm
I
gonna say
got Kirk
Kirk
Carr.
Cousins.
Okay.
I got Kirk.
Derek Carr was not awful.
I got Kirk, Bryce Young, Michael Penix, and then Carr.
I respect it.
Wowing.
Of course,
Wowing.
I got
Baker Mayfield.
I got
Oh, yeah, I
Kirk
forgot about
O'Chains.
my bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Baker, then Carr.
I got Kirk. I got Kirk. I got Kirk Cousins. I got Carr. I got Michael Penix. I got who's the Saints backup?
Penix before Baker.
I got Spencer Rattler. Baker Mayfield is sorry.
He's not finna get.
I've always said Baker Mayfield is sorry. He's pitiful.
Well, Steady's way.
We say you want to come on the titties?
It is Tuesday.
Wait, what you say? Wait,
My bad,
Wait.
y'all. My bad.
wait.
That's for everybody.
Y'all are wild.
Mark out here wilding.
Hey Nick, you already know what I was listening to on the way to the show, dog.
Stanley's who listening.
Oh yeah.
I got Cousins, Carr, Baker.
Huh? I've never liked Baker.
Yo, Lay, that's a wild comment.
And he had a good year last year. I give him his props, but I just don't.
You just telling Nick to move his head?
That's Lay telling Nick to move your head.
Oh, you wanna see
Car's
the
last.
background.
Car's not last.
I understand where Nick comes from with this car,
No,
but Carr was not
Lace
awful last year.
said Carr is last.
Lay's opinion is right now null and void after what she said about that one opinion she had about a certain person.
Y'all gonna learn to listen to her. Anyway,
There's some hate.
no.
Yeah, her.
In a few years, y'all gonna understand. But anyway,
In a few years, y'all go understand.
Oh, what up, Sonny?
Sonny,
Got your shirt here at
you
the
got your
crib.
show, Sonny.
Man, Nick just leave. Wow, why Sonny? What's up? Nick leaves the crib.
hey, mind your business, dog.
Even Nick knows.
Nah, Nick just saw Sonny, so he had to go check on Nico or something.
And like I was saying, Carr wasn't awful last year.
He wasn't.
He really wasn't, despite what Nick or anyone else says. Dude was not awful. I mean, he managed to get us a 9-8 season. His interception ratio wasn't even high; it was pretty low.
I think G's the one who said it, where he's not gonna hurt nothing, but he's not really gonna be the reason why y'all win.
Yeah, and that's what I'm
to
saying.
me-
Good role quarterback.
Like to me personally, like Derek Carr is not that bad, but he makes things no better when he gets into like some of the situations. Then you got to take into account our offensive coordinator was Pete Carmichael.
Yeah,
he's just.
And that's all. And you can ask these guys. I've been saying it all last season. It's not Carr. It's the play calling.
He's been
I've
wanting
been saying it
Pete
for 2
Carmichael
years.
on for
Pete
a while.
Carmichael's. And this is how I knew Pete Carmichael was. My bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you good.
No, I was gonna add on to your point and say this is how you knew Pete Carmichael was a trash head coach when Dennis Allen got the job before him, and Pete Carmichael got there longer.
Pete Carmichael didn't want it. He didn't want the job.
Not qualified.
He didn't want the head coaching job. That's how they decided Dak got the spot because he didn't want the job.
Let's move on to the team that won the division. That's wild. Yeah, wow. The Buccaneers, obviously, and Mike Patton said that Carr is going to be Carr. He ain't it.
He's going to be the best quarterback he could be like Eli was. Eli wasn't the best quarterback when they won the Super Bowl. He was mid.
By the way, you guys think Eli gets in first ballot in the Hall of Fame? Obviously.
I say yes.
Yes, the reason is because you can't write the criteria for the Hall of Fame is this. Can the history of the NFL be written without you? You can't write it. Unfortunately, without Eli Manning, he beat the greatest of all time twice in the Super Bowl. Whether people want to say it was a fluke, whether people want to say his stats were bad, guess what? Hey, you can't write the history of the NFL without Eli Manning at this point. So if you can't write the history without him, he belongs in the Hall of Fame. So guess what? First ballot, go ahead and put him in. Ain't no sense in wasting time. Do it expeditiously, in the great words of Joe Clark.
I agree with what you're saying. I think it's a different reason, though. I think he gets in because he's friendly to the media and everybody likes him. Now, his play is good too.
Because I believe he gets in because of his name.
Yeah, exactly.
He gonna get in that first ballot though, but it must be nice to be a Manny.
If he gets in, if he gets in first ballot, it's gonna be because he beat Brady and his last name's Manning. Other than that, I see him as a Ring of Fire.
I mean, the thing is this: there's been guys. There's been a guy who won 2 Super Bowls who's not in the Hall of Fame, and that guy's Jim Plunkett. So the thing is this: I mean, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Not necessarily, because the thing is, everybody knows that he was the reason, but not necessarily what Eli was. But the thing is, like I said, without Eli on that team, they don't beat New England. Arguably two of the greatest New England teams of all time. These were the team that was 17-0. Randy Moss, that was one of the greatest teams of all time that didn't win a Super Bowl. When you think about the second team that they beat with Aaron Hernandez, with Gronk, with those guys like that, Matthew, I think Dellamondola was on that team. Guess what? One of the greatest offenses of all time. Everybody thought it was going to win. It was going to be Brady.
Matthew Dellamondola. Champ. Matthew Dellamondola.
No. If you really look at that Patriots team, there was always no. If you really look at that Patriots team, there was a lot of guys who was good within that system. If you look at anybody, they were good within that system. If you look at John Taylor, he was good within the 49ers system. If you look at Ed McCaffrey, he was good in that Denver Broncos system. So guess what? According to the system, he was great for that team during that time. So guess what? Hey, you got to get credit where credit is due. So you got to get credit where credit is due. If you're good for a team for their system, you're good for the team.
Like I said, he go get in. I just don't think he should be first ballot. Okay.
Hey, you my guy, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. You my guy.
Eli.
Ain't no way in fuck Eli should be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, the thing is, like I said, you can't write the history of the NFL without Eli. People can get mad about it all they want to. You can't write the history of the NFL without. I mean, now if this was another particular Hall of Fame, then hey, you can kick guys out of Hall of Fame who the writers don't necessarily like or who the fans don't necessarily like. Shout out to the Baseball Hall of Fame. But the thing is this: if you cannot write, when you mention the NFL, you got to say Eli Manning. Because he beat. You have to.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why. Because of Tom Brady. Because of Tom Brady. That's
regardless, you have to mention it. Just like you have to. Just like when you mention the Cowboys of the 90s, you have to mention Troy.
When you mention Superman, you got to talk about Kryptonite, right?
Exactly. So guess what? There are certain guys who we may not like as Hall of Famers, but guess what? When you talk about the NFL, you have to mention them in the Hall of Fame. A lot of people will say Otto Graham because he didn't play in the Super Bowl era. But nevertheless, he got So guess what? If you cannot write the history of the NFL without this person, he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
What was so crazy, I want to add on to what Champ said. It's so crazy that the Giants win the Super Bowl when they let go of Tiki Barber.
Yeah,
they won the Super Bowl.
Mike said, "I'm on the University of Tennessee. Can't like T. Martin more than that." Hey, no, you're not. No, you're not. T. Martin won us a natty, Mike. No, you're not.
But
hey
man, that team was stacked, by the way. Because I know y'all beat us. I mean, that team had Fearless Price, Jamal Lewis. Team had a little bit of everybody on that team. That '98 Tennessee Volunteers team. That team was loaded. But yeah, man, you gotta. Hey, I don't understand why he keeps talking. I mean, New York didn't even mess with him like that. I'm just being real. New York didn't even mess with him like that.
Yeah, Al Wilson on that team as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, Al Wilson was on that team. So yeah, that team was stacked. But yeah, I don't understand why.
On that team,
but if you really look at it, you know, nobody
the natty the year after they moved.
Yeah, but nobody Tiki, but when the got rid of Aaron James, one was Joseph Dodd.
I know Giants fans are now because of the way Daniel Jones is playing.
They play the same.
Yeah, but
they probably do.
They literally twins.
I mean, you forgot Eli ended this.
They play the same. It's just Eli had a better running game.
Hey, who y'all think the Giants will right now? Eli or Daniel Jones?
Eli.
I'll
take Tommy DeVito over.
Hey, if you really look at the Giants throughout their history, the best quarterback that they had, I forget the guy who played back in the 60s, as far as talent was concerned. But the thing is, when you look at the Super Bowl runs, those quarterbacks never had superior talent. When you think about the Giants Super Bowl run, you think about that 86 team, you think about Lawrence Taylor, you don't really think about Phil Simms. When you think about the 90 Super Bowl, you don't really think about Jeff Hostetler. You think about Otis Anderson and that defense. When you really look at it, although he beat Tom Brady, when you look at that 07 Giants team, you have to think about that defensive line, because if you see the jump they got off of that Patriots line, it's flat out amazing. There was a point where Brady said himself, I thought they were stepping off sides at one point, and I started complaining to the until I saw it on the screen. So you got to mention that defensive line as well. So, but like I said, man, quarterback, you're going to get a lot of the blame for stuff that you didn't do, and you're going to get a lot of blame for the stuff that the team did do. So guess what, man? Go ahead and put them in the Hall of Fame. Hey, I mean, I'm just being real, man. People always give them a knock them for.
I agree.
Yeah, people always knock them for being, oh yeah, it's good to be a Manning, but if you really look at it, they're not even the best family in the football history as far as the families in football is concerned. It's the Matthews family, because they spanned several generations. Matthews? Yes. Clay Matthews, Bruce Matthews, then his son played, then it's generation after generation. So
Clay they got 3 Hall of Famers.
Yeah, they like the hearts of the NFL. So yeah, the only reason why the only reason why Peyton and Eli and that family get so much adulation is because
Matthews are the Onawais.
Only knew.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You said that the Onawais in the NFL.
Because the lineage.
The Matthews, you say the Matthews are the bloodline for the
bloodline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an actual bloodline. Bruce was the offensive lineman for the Titans.
Hey, out of each one of them, you ain't gonna get no less than 15 years. Out of each one of them, when you get a Matthews in the league.
I got a couple.
I got the blood on you.
Damn, they actually blew it.
Yeah, that's in trouble. But before we get out of the show, let's talk about the Saints, and then we're gonna get to calling out names. I mean the Buccaneers. Obviously, Dallas is gone now to coach Carolina. I don't know who their OC is now. But obviously, Baker Mayfield. Find that out.
It's Liam Cohen.
Baker Mayfield obviously goes there. Who?
Liam Cohen.
Liam Cohen.
So Liam Cohen?
Yeah.
Oh, the dude from Kentucky. Okay. So obviously Mike Williams is staying. They lost Devin White to the Eagles. How do y'all think about the prospects of the Bucks trying to go back to back in this division? I'll start with you, champ.
I don't like it. It's not very good. I think that I'm gonna just be real. The reason why Baker was able to win that division, and like I said, I'm always gonna give my opponents and everybody credit where credit's due, is because the Saints faltered down the stretch, and we faltered down the stretch. It was really clearly about a luck of the draw, because the thing is, if the Saints would have won those last two games, which was outside of us, I would say, because they beat the brakes off us. So the thing is, if they would have won those last couple of games right before they got to us, the Saints was a shoe-in in order to win that division. But the thing is, hey, they fell into a little bit of a slump because of Dennis Allen, of course, and they was not able to win that division. And if you really want to be honest with you, that division was pretty much tied up until the last couple of games. And so
Nick, get that dude off the screen, dog.
So you got to think about it was just about a luck of the draw. Did he play good in the playoffs against the Lions and early in the playoff and against the Philadelphia Eagles? Yes, he did. But the thing is, how this division is now, I don't think that they're going to be able to repeat like they did. Like I said, that division was pretty much neck and neck until the last couple of games of the season. And guess what? It's just we couldn't finish the job off, and the Saints couldn't finish the job off. And guess what? They was able to get in.
Yeah.
All right, G. What you think about the Buccaneers' chance of trying to repeat?
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they win back-to-back with Baker as the starting quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because then they won two more with Tom Brady. I think 2 or 3 more with Tom Brady winning the division. Personally, realizing that they lost Devin White, who was like him and Shaq Barrett was that anchor for that Tampa defense. I believe that Antoine Winfield is going to have a Pro Bowl year. I think Tampa's success is going to burrow down to Baker Mayfield, because I think the problem was the Falcons and the Saints had their issues. They had their weaknesses, and Tampa had the experience enough to capitalize on it. Now that everybody in the division outside of Carolina is getting better, Yerman, I think Baker Mayfield is going to get exposed, because now they're going to have him do more. What is expected of him? We know Mike Evans going to ball out. Mike Evans going to get 1,000-yard season. We know that Charles Godwin, he's going to do his thing. He probably get you about 800 for the season. But outside of them two, who else does Tampa have? You're going to have to rely on Baker Mayfield to be that number 1 overall pick. So I think it's going to end up, long story short, I think Tampa will falter to like 3rd seed in the division.
All right. Dale?
So they probably have I think they got the best receiving core in the NFC South with Godwin and Mike Evans, along with the guy like Trey Palmer, young guy, Cade Otton, pretty okay. But it remains to be seen if David Canales was actually the guy that fixed Baker Mayfield, and he's a pumpkin without him. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen with that. The defense, I think it's going to take a step back, losing White at linebacker. Their pass rushers, they lost those guys too. So they're going to be banking on some young talent, trying to come through, fill up those roles. So yeah, I think Tampa takes a step back to 3rd in the division.
Trail?
I never seen Baker Mayfield have more than one good season. Usually he has one good season and he degresses after that. So I don't see him having a repeated performance in this next coming season. I see both Atlanta and our defense more keen on Baker Mayfield, forcing Baker Mayfield to try to be what he was in Cleveland before he got started there. So he's gonna have a tough hill to climb in that division. So it's not even gonna be close.
Baker
So
Mayfield better than Jameis Winston?
Nope.
no,
No. Even though
Only
Jameis
Winston's problem was the interception.
30 for 30.
That was it.
He had bad mechanics. That was James' problem. He had bad mechanics. He had a strong arm, but the footwork and that mechanics was terrible.
Yeah, footwork and just ability to just read the actual defense. It was just like you throwing interceptions in places where like you shouldn't be throwing it.
all right. We're gonna get to our final segment.
What happened
Well,
to the Tampa Bay
fans?
fans?
We don't know.
Brady
All
left.
person I know two people who are Tampa Bay fans. This guy,
I can't find none, though. I literally can't
No, his
find none.
brother, Mark's brother is a diehard Tampa Bay fan.
Wait.
His brother's a die, and one of the deacons in my church. And the only people I know who are Tampa Bay fans ever.
My uncle is a Tampa Bay fan.
Most of them left when Brady left.
He do his karate class on Tuesdays.
So I'm gonna give you guys some final words for your squads. Then we're gonna get to calling out names. Champ, give the Falcons some final parting words before we get to our final segment of the show.
Hey, the front office did their job. Now, in the great words of the great Bill Belichick, do your freaking job. Go out there, let's win some games. Hey, you ain't got no excuse now. You got all the pieces. So go out there and perform.
G, give some words to the Saints.
Specifically for my Saints, I got to say this to Mickey Loomis. We know what you're doing. We know this is a pride move. You're making these personnel moves because you want to prove to Sean Payton that you're the reason we were successful under the Payton and Breeze era. Let's just progress down the road. Let's build a bright future with this Saints roster. All I care about is progression down the road. And Dennis Allen, you got one job. Stay out the way and let Clint Kubiak do his job, and let's move forward. Who that nation, baby?
So basically, Mickey Loomis is Jerry Krause.
Yes.
We just gotta be more consistent. That's the main thing right there. We can't start off slow. We can't start off being behind the 8 ball every time. We just start off strong, start off hot. Hey man, you good?
Me?
Yeah, and also like they said, like Dennis Allen, just worry about the defense, focus on stopping the run, because that was one of our biggest problems last year. Get better with that. Stop the run. Stop the mobile quarterbacks, because that's also been our biggest Achilles heel. But we can't stop these guys that can run. And to the fans out there that keep saying that Spencer Rattler should start, did y'all not watch preseason? The kid ain't ready yet. We have Carr. They just stick with that. He has a lot to prove himself. So just be more consistent. That's the theme of the season is consistency.
All right. She give final words to the coach.
The only thing that I could say for the coach is that y'all been doing a fantastic job of protecting our quarterbacks since Andrew Luck. So we just need to stick to that. We just need to make sure Anthony Richardson stays healthy. We're in a 3-team race in our division where we have a legitimate shot. We just got to play smart ball, play our type of football, make sure Jonathan Taylor gets his touches, and our defense stays solid. That's all we need.
Your owner needs to shut up.
Yeah, that's a.
You almost caught our running back.
All right. So
Yes, he did.
So, gentlemen, this is
Taylor's still here.
This is the final segment of the show. It's often imitated, never duplicate. Our boy Dudley's favorite segment. This is called calling out names. You get to call out someone in the sports world or anything for something they said or did that you totally disagreed with. We'll let you go ahead and air this your frustrations out with that situation right here on this final segment before we head out. So I'm gonna lead it off. I have 2 people I'm calling out names. All right, I'm gonna start the first one. I'm calling out Carmelo Anthony.
Oh no, not good.
You took mine.
Carmelo Anthony on his podcast said he wouldn't trade any of his gold medals to be an NBA champion. I think that's BS, dog. Come on, man.
You can't.
Man,
you
love his
can't
country. What's wrong with this?
tell how he's thinking, man. Like, if
I don't buy that one bit.
if he really cared about championship, he would have went to South Beach the first chance he got.
That I agree. But but then don't say you didn't care about championships. I didn't think about this earlier when we were talking about it. Why the heck did you force your way to OKC to try to ring chase with Paul George and Russ?
Yeah, I said that.
Was he older? Because he was really after the year he re-signed. Like, it was only like 2-3 years after he re-signed with the Knicks.
Yeah.
But I digress. But I don't buy that one bit.
I know Russ said the same thing about not really winning championships.
Russ said he was fine without winning the ring.
That's because he wanted to win a ring playing point guard.
But I don't buy that one bit on Melo. I'm sorry.
Melo could be looking back at his life, but like, I got gold medal somehow.
Well, now he is
I
because
mean, what
next stop for him is Springfield. So
what could Carmelo say?
Yeah, every chance to win. As long as he's not a point.
I mean,
he said that he wouldn't trade his 3 gold medals for one NBA championship.
I know that. Yeah.
Well, I feel you. I feel what you're saying, but what I'm asking is, what else could he say? He didn't win any championships, and if he was smart business wise, he should have told that Denver front. He should have told that Denver front office, because at that time, Denver had a roster like Kenyon Martin, J.R. Smith, Chauncey Billups, him. If he would have just told him, look, keep everybody here, we're gonna make this run. At least give it like 2 years. We can put this roster together. No rebuilds, nothing. Because the only team that was standing their way was the Lakers. OKC was on a come up. Then there was San Antonio. Offensively, they were snipers.
I mean, Kobe said the same thing. God rest his soul. When he lost his first NBA Finals by himself, they asked him what means more. They asked him, "Hey, what means more to you, a championship or the gold medal?" He said the gold medal. So, I mean, I think it was a case of good statement, bad messenger. Because I believe that if someone else had said that, they would have been more respected. But the thing is, guess what, man? A lot of people hold that gold medal in high regard. Charles Barkley said the same thing when it came to his gold medal. Yes, I never won a championship, but that gold medal was my championship. So guess what? I mean, if Kobe can say that,
if he doesn't have 3 championships already,
Does
Kobe say that if he doesn't have 3 championships already?
I think he does. Redeem team was huge. For
the Redeem team
country.
was huge.
Yes.
The Redeem team was huge. And Barkley said the same thing. Yeah, Barkley said the same thing, Mr. Watson. He said the same thing. I never won a championship, but this gold medal was my championship.
Exactly, defending your country.
They gonna play overseas then.
You can't do that, dog. You can't say that.
Man. Now if you would have said something, something like
Come
something like that, that would be crazy.
Come on, man. Man, come
Well,
on.
no, he doesn't say that.
I
We
might
don't
be
know
upset
that.
about
But the
that if
thing
I'm a
is-
Denver fan or something like that, but otherwise, I'm not really caring about
Plus,
it.
they weren't winning no championship with George Karl anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, you wasn't finna outcoach Phil Jackson in that conference or Greg
Sam
Popovich.
Carmelo only won that because he didn't win a championship, right? But now we're hearing somebody who did win a championship say the same thing.
I don't buy that Kobe. I think Kobe's full of it for saying it.
Hey, man.
John, because you don't believe it, don't mean nobody else.
Man,
That's the same shit.
Man, I think that's full of it. Hey,
Nick, come on.
you hear what I said to call their names? Thank you, Sid. Whoa, yo, what's wrong with Nick? No, what the hell's wrong with Nick, dog?
My man said face down, ass up.
Any real Kobe fan knows he
Hey, Nick, you did this on purpose, bro. You waited until I came on the air and did 40.
What's wrong?
Usually you save all the fun
What's
for
wrong with Nick,
Instagram.
man?
You waited until I got on the air and said, I'm going to get him today. I'm going to get you.
The shenanigans.
You're right.
All right, my next call out names. We'll move on from this. I gotta call out my peoples over at 710 John Ireland and Corporate Greg Bergman. So today,
The reality show?
let me explain what happened today. So today they played the clip from when Oscar De La Hoya's appearance last week on Club Shay Shay.
Oh, Shay Shay, Oscar De La Hoya is perfect.
You know what I'm going. She knows where I'm going.
God.
So so he was asked about those infamous pictures.
Oh, God.
No, the pictures. I'm not even going there yet.
When he was in
Yes.
in the
Yeah, those pictures.
oh god.
He was coked out.
No, let me finish it. So Oscar De La Hoya said, "Okay, yeah, I'm glad." He said, and Shannon asked, "Why you just didn't deny it?" He was like, "Well, no purpose would deny it. I did it." And if you ask them, man, they probably put on females' clothes and they probably just I was the one that got caught. And Shannon was like, "I don't know about all that, Oscar," because basically Oscar De La Hoya is saying, basically condoning men. It was okay for men to basically cross dress. So then the question was brought up to my guys, to the great John Ireland, the voice of the Lakers, and my guy, corporate Greg Berkman.
Wasn't he drugged?
Yeah, he was on drugs.
Yeah.
So he basically asked if a woman, well, John Ireland has this thing for Kay Beckinsale. If Kay Beckinsale asked you to wear a dress, would you? He said yes. Greg Berkman, my guy, corporate Greg Berkman, said if Margot Robbie asked you to wear a dress, would you say? He said yes. I don't care. There's no woman out there making me put on a dress, bro.
Not even somebody.
Never. Y'all know I like looking good. Kimberly Martin, Elle Duncan, ain't none of them making me put on a dress. I don't want to hear that crap.
Kimberly Martin's dead.
Never.
What about the T formation?
Shut up. Shut up, man. Yeah, on the dress.
What would be a lowercase T?
What'd you just say?
Wait, what?
Mind your business.
All right, that's my call out names. But
hey, none of them ladies that make John get in T formation, but we know somebody. Never mind.
no woman. First of all,
Hey.
chill. Go ahead, Mark.
Who the hell?
Not even Jill Scott.
Hey,
Jelly from Philly.
Hey, what?
almost said it.
Nope.
Get it.
Jill Scott
Yeah,
got
that's
skills.
fun.
After dark.
I don't know. We seen her on the microphone. I don't know.
How about you seen our mic skills?
We seen it.
That's why we are. That's why we are.
I mean, no man.
I don't know if I have anybody on call their names. I don't think.
No, Lay, I wouldn't. I don't give a damn how fine Kimberly Martin is. I'm not putting on no damn dress. I don't give a damn.
If she got you put on the dress, then she don't really like you.
Exactly. That's exactly what people were saying in the comments. If a woman respects you, she wouldn't ask you to do no stupid stuff like that.
Hell no.
Or she like.
Nope.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I got a name to
like
call
Brittany
out.
Okay. Let's go to She, then we'll go to Dill.
I'm gonna call out the Threads app.
Huh?
On like some of the like bullshit
Threads.
Like it's an actual like extra app on Instagram
That's
where
right.
like some people be asking like the dumbest fucking questions just for quote unquote engagement.
Mm.
And it's just like, why the hell is this shit on my feed? Get this shit off my feed. Y'all asking some dumbass questions, trying to make a dumbass remark.
Sorry, Threads got a foot fetish.
Threads got a foot fetish, and then they talking about Threads talking about all the single men out there. Why aren't y'all going for the moms? The women that got kids. We deserve love too.
Wow. Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick. Then we go to Dale.
I have. Do I have anybody on calling our names? I don't think.
Nick, you
I
stupid.
don't think. Well, what I do?
All right.
I don't think I have anybody on calling our names.
Yeah, we ain't got nobody.
I think I'm good this week.
All right. Okay, go ahead, Dale.
Okay.
All right, I'm calling out. Trevor Penning. You did have a good week last week in the second preseason game, but we need you. I don't want you to be a bust. If you want me to stop playing a bust commercial on my show, I need you to show up and play like a first round pick, please. Trevor Penning.
All right. G, you got somebody for calling out names?
I'm gonna bust on
Yo,
you stupid.
I know you took the Carmelo one, so I'm gonna do two. One of them, I'm gonna call out Dennis Schroeder because he had a Twitter response. I think he was talking about, he had an interview after the Olympics, and he was talking about like how the international players or how the European game is more high IQ and fundamentally sound. And KD responded by saying, what you think Team USA did? We had high IQ basketball and we were entertaining. So Dennis Schroeder got in his feelings and said, that was a weak comment that you did. You never know what somebody going through, this, that, and the third. And I read that. I was like, dude, you started it. He finished it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get mad what somebody said. You perceive that the European game is more fundamentally sound, but yet Team USA showed you they can be just as articulate on the basketball court and they can be entertaining. The last two games that Team USA played proved that they were highly fundamentally sound. They had great scoring. They had team camaraderie despite bad coaching strategies. On top of the part that they had like box office players like Steph Curry. And to get mad at what KD said, that was kind of soft.
All right.
What was soft?
Relax. All right. Go ahead, champ.
Look, I normally don't do this, but look, I'm calling out the internet, the entire internet. Please stop talking about Simone Biles and let her be great.
Right.
Please stop talking about Simone Biles and let her be great. Because the only
can't show to on the Bears sideline in Packers gear. As gangster as it was. As gangster as it was, you gotta be smarter than that.
She's still on business.
Wait.
She's still on business.
So,
I want to call out one more.
So she was on the sidelines, for her her husband plays for the Bears now.
Right.
She showed up, but she ain't have the Packers gear because he played for the Packers last year.
He played for the Packers.
He played for the Packers last year. That's why she had it on.
she
showed up. And I'm not mistaken, that game was at Soldier Field, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is
It was
customized.
though. It was a customized jacket.
Customized, not for
Yeah,
him.
customized Packers jacket.
Yeah, but stop talking about Simone Biles. I mean, it's getting old, man. It's like, stop. I mean, it's just like, I'm talking about, this is a whole shot to the whole internet. Stop talking about Simone Biles, man. She played her dues. She did a lot of great things. Let her be great in every aspect.
Congrats to her pregnancy.
Yeah. So stop. Let her be great.
What?
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. What?
Yeah. She announced that when she announced her retirement because she was pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
wow.
hear this.
That's crazy. That's even breaking
No,
news.
Simone Biles. I didn't hear that.
Did y'all watch Hard Knocks last week? Where
I watched Hard Knocks this season, but
Simone Biles like destroyed her husband in a rope climbing contest. Destroyed him.
That's how she got.
yo, what is wrong with you?
I'm not surprised.
I didn't know she was pregnant. Salute to her pregnancy, but she's still out of pocket for wearing the Green Bay jacket on the Bears sideline.
No, that pregnancy rumor wasn't
Want to
true.
call out one more thing?
Go ahead, G.
I know, but like,
And this for the wrestling fans. I want to call out AEW for thinking they're competing with WWE.
Okay. I understand that.
Well, I don't know why they even think that.
On the patchwork yet.
Hold on. You calling out AEW for what?
I'm calling out AEW for thinking they actually can compete with WWE right now.
Nah.
Basically, the numbers last week was 666,666, the mark of the beast.
All right. Bella said Trump confirmed it.
Trump confirmed what? He got out of
That's her shopping.
Or Hulk Hogan talking about Kamala Harris?
Hey,
they were in Trump.
I still got calling out.
Go ahead, Trey. Who you got for calling out names?
I still got the Olympics for stealing
Mark,
those.
you need to go to jail.
No, she didn't have to give it.
Oh, no. Come on.
She did.
She's not pregnant.
She gave it back to him.
Yeah, she had to give it back.
Okay.
That's stupid. I would have, man.
Because she got ass.
Just
Just because of that error.
Because she got ass.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Jamel.
You said-
all right. And ladies and gentlemen, that's calling out names. All right, we're gonna get up out of here. So Friday we're gonna talk more about the AFC South. Let me thank my man Mike Patton for sending me some notes about the AFC South. I'll talk about those on Friday. But thank She for coming here to talk about the Colts. Trail, Dale, G for talking about the
We
Saints,
appreciate all you guys.
and Champ for talking about the Falcons. If you want to
Appreciate
miss
the
any
invite.
of this episode, you can go back and watch it on YouTube, Facebook, and X at Sports For You Podcast. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Why are they throwing nuts in them when they hit the home run?
Those are policies.
Form of a nut.
You crazy.
Dodger.
Hey, chill.
I mean, the only
Yeah, shout out to Nick said shout out to Angel Reese's Pieces. By the way, I want to talk about this on Friday. This whole debate where about WNBA Rookie of the Year. We'll definitely talk about on Friday.
Okay, but
Go Tigers.
For WNBA, it's 2 texts away from being suspended.
Cool.
Did y'all talk about De'Arca Hamby suing?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that on Friday too. And yeah, that's crazy.
That's for Friday. And then people saying that Kaden Clark is going to be MVP. I'm like,
Try to get him.
no.
Asia Wilson said what?
Asia Wilson, Brianna Stewart.
Asia Wilson said there's nobody else.
Right, they're literally.
She was.
Olympics prove that.
She said there's
She could
nobody
probably
else.
get Rookie of the Year, but like, not.
Oh, what? Was that why she was in the South Beach and Bronx?
I mean,
All right.
Asia
My
Wilson's
guy
teammate
handling
Cooper
business.
also showed up to the
Shout out to Watts right there.
Is it?
Cynthia Cooper. East side.
the goddamn France
Yep.
was literally a 303
So follow me.
foot in the line.
Follow me at John Watson 0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at HighOnMark and HighOnMark1 on HighOnMark on Instagram at HighOnMark1 on X. Follow Nick on X and Instagram at 99Gorilla. Follow Trail on X and Instagram at Money_Ice. She, tell them where they can follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Arcanine_Arco.
Polo.
Champ, tell them where they can follow you, brother.
Undisputed World Champ on TikTok, Undisputed GOAT Podcast, aired tomorrow at 9 Eastern Standard Time, and World Champ _2.0 on Instagram. Thank y'all for having me once again. I appreciate it. I call y'all the best in the West for a reason.
Oh, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Champ. G, tell them where they can follow you, brother.
They can find me once again, Instagram 504R_selfmade, YouTube New Orleans Finest, and on TikTok 504.
And Dale.
On X, you can follow me at Lil Dice 504. Follow our shows at BS and Beer Media on YouTube. We're doing fantasy football, Saints, wrestling, everything. Okay, that's what we're doing.
And shout out
College
to
football
Dale.
tomorrow. Doing some college football
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat. I'll talk about that. Yeah. So definitely, we'll be back on Friday to talk some more AFC South. We'll talk some WNBA, and this was a great night. Thank y'all again for joining us for our AFC South 2-a-days, which will continue on Friday. Next week, we're going to talk about the West. We'll close it out with the West. And a week from tonight, the Sports For You mock draft will be live on Sports For You. So if you're in the Sports For You Fantasy Football League, set your reminders now. 7:00 Pacific time. We're gonna make these picks and form out our squads and everything. This has been another classic episode 315 of Sports For You. I'm John. That's Mark. That's Nick Freeze.
What to do?
That's Trail.
Yup.
That's She, the undisputed world champ, New Orleans Finest, my man Dale, and we are out. See y'all next time. Peace.
And shout out to the fourth